I am here to share a deep story with you. Hear the narration from the voice of history. What you're about to hear, I only learned recently. There are parts of my story even I didn't know. Not because they were hidden from me, but because I was too young to understand them. This is my father's story. I'll let someone else tell it, because some memories need distance to be spoken.
Amina was 7 when the world quietly changed. Before then, her father was everything a child believes a father should be. In the village, they spoke his name with respect. A man of steady hands. A man who worked before dawn and returned with dust on his feet and dignity on his back. To Amina, he was gentler than the morning. He carried her on his shoulders. He listened when she spoke, as if her small voice mattered more than his own. And to her mother, he was devotion made human. People watched the way he looked at his wife. Not loud, not boastful, but certain, as if choosing her had been the easiest and bravest decision of his life. They laughed together. They planned together. They stood side by side, even when the seasons were hard. In the village, he was more than a farmer, more than a father. He was a protector, a warrior when the land demanded one. A man trusted to stand at the front when danger crept too close. The night he left for battle, Amina remembers only this: her father kneeling to her height, pressing his forehead to hers, and saying nothing, as if words were too small to promise a return. He never came back. The battle was meant to save the village, and it did. But he fell where loyalty should have stood firm. Whispers followed the morning, quiet ones, painful ones. A trusted lieutenant, a friend who knew his steps, his strategy, his back. Betrayal does not always shout. Sometimes it arrives wearing a familiar face. Amina grew up without knowing the truth. She only knew the absence, the empty space where laughter once lived, the way her mother's eyes hardened, softened, then learned to survive. It was years later, much later, that the village finally spoke. And when Amina learned how her father died, she did not feel anger first. She felt pride that come her, because he did not fall running. He did not fall hiding. He fell standing between his people and their end. Some men die once, slyly on, quietly, in the strength of the children they leave behind. And Amina has been walking with him ever since.
I grew up knowing my father was gone, but not knowing who he truly was. Now I do. Some people leave us early, but they spend the rest of our lives teaching us who to become. If this story stayed with you, keep it. Stories like this don't ask to be shared, they ask to be remembered. Until the next story, walk gently and don't forget me and my village.